Back and relax. You're chilling with HexAsians. With your host, Crypto Vince, Uncle Kevin Hex, and middle class working man.
HexAsians? Nice.
Konnichiwa! Konnichiwa! Emotional damage! Give me sushi!
Namaste HexAsians, how is everyone? Andale, Arriba. Come on, let's get this stream running, and please share this stream with everyone you want to have a good time with. We are getting ready for the Valentine's Day pump. Okay, Alex has already drank the Kool-Aid, so I can't help him now. But anyways, we are having Finbear joining us from northwest of Asia. Nice to see you. Hello. And we have Miss Exquisite. Yes. So actually, this is going to be a very short live stream because hey, it's almost Valentine's Day. Everybody is having their own priorities. And please note, when I'm talking about the Valentine's Day pump, I am talking about price action for Hex, not the other pump. I don't read it. I need it by as of yet, but I guess some of them do. I know there are people in this. Old shaming is bad, but hey, I know there are people in this community who will be needing a pump for Valentine's Day. Anyways, I am just happy to see everything going. Let's see how is the price action looking on Hex. Let me bring up the chart. See where is yes, such a wait. How is this? I love this chart. Such a beautiful chart. Just Bollinger Bands and MACD. Now the MACD is coming down, but I think it might be a fake out. We may see the price go down from what's the current price, around 4.6 down to around what is this, 4 cents before we go back up. But anyways, I see when my screen is short, and so I look prettier in this smaller frame, I guess. So I'm going to leave this as of now. Other things to talk about. Actually, I wanted to share some things regarding. First of all, yes, talking about pulse chain staking. Uh, so there is some kind of rumors or misinterpretations that pulse chain staking will not be exactly like Ethereum. Well, yes and no, because see, pulse chain is going to be a copy of Ethereum 2.0. Now, the people don't even know what things are like. Uh, I think people read about the Aragon and the Geth client, and people are already shouting like, "Oh, it's so different!" Like Bulshin is doing so, and like Aragon and Geth clients are two different things. They You have to run both of them to be a complete validator. So it's not that. So it's a bit complicated, but they are basically copies of Ethereum 2.0 with some added scripts which make it easier to run the clients. There, there is no change at the base level or core level that you will still need 32 uh, pulse. Now, there is kind of a disconsensus between people like I know Richard had said 32 million pulse for staking, but when he shared the what do you call the screenshot of the test net, it was 32 pulse per validator for staking. So I don't know if they are going to change it, but again, changing it means you are changing parameters, which means you will need added testing, which means more time for development. And I don't think Richard has the patience to do that right now. So I don't. So my expectation is you'll need 32 pulse, not 32 million pulse, and that also makes sense in a big like in the macro perspective, like more people are incentivized to stake pulse. Plus there is like mm, how should I put it, if if there is no withdrawal available for unstaking pulse, or it might be Eli Lama Sabatani. So what I was saying was, if there is just 32 pulse needed for staking, even if you are unable to unstake, most stakers will be okay with it because it might not be a small amount, or rather, it might be a small amount in comparison to 32 million, where you are actually trying to save that, or you should be. So just withdrawing the rewards would be enough, so we don't have to wait for the I think it was the Shanghai upgrade, or I think they have already postponed it, like when unstaking Ethereum from would be available on Ethereum 2.0. So that was one of the things I wanted to say. Other thing, uh, there was this tweet like when Richard had posted a screenshot of mm, sync, like pulse chain sync going on the node on testnet. Everybody expected that after 4 days the sync will be so hopefully I'm back. If you guys can see me and hear me, please put something in the chat, put a thumbs up sign or anything. But while I'm back, let me see if there are any. Yes. as well as Marcus M. And I would like to thank DJ Nom Nom specially for listening to all my streams. Yeah, it does kind of have me. Mm, the the badminton joke is an inside joke. Hopefully, like most of them are people are aware, but no, not right now. Badminton session is tomorrow. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day. So all the best. Yep. Thank you, Team Top. Say for finally letting me know I am available. If people are able to listen to me. Yeah, I guess some people like to listen to me, but I know for a fact that I am a bit of a toxic person. Like, yeah, sometimes I don't really, what you know, I think I'm a bit tone deaf, like to my own tone that I want to sound funny, but people take it too seriously. I don't know why. Like, hey, most of the times I'm just either pulling legs or just trolling. I think most people here are kind of aware of it. But if you find something I say offensive, hey, I'll be the first to apologize, given it's worthy of apology. But most of the times I'm not trying to be offensive or derogatory. Just saying. But hey, anyways, I was talking about so the bug that was caught by Richard, the developers, which Richard had talked about. See, yeah, DJ Nom Nom. Sadly, the hamster is kind of lacking power. I don't know why today, but hopefully I'll get it fixed by the end of this month. I'm working on it. See the yeah, Tintop. I am aware of it. The internet connection is offensive, but it's not in my control right now. When it will be, I will try and improve it. The bug that Richard Hart has talked about has already been caught, and he said they are trying to slay the bug, which means they already know the fix for the bug and they are getting it corrected. Now the thing is, after they have already kind of put a bookmark kind of thing on the syncing, so they don't have to do it completely again. But once that bug is fixed, they do have to run other tests. So it may delay. Of course, it Pulsion testnet will be delayed a little bit, but not by much. So I will still hold my prediction that Pulse Chain testnet will launch around 30th of April or on Walpurgis night. Uh, I think Walpurgis night is not as well known as its more pagan counterpart of Beltane. Like Beltane is on the next day or next on 1st of May. Uh, but Beltane night like has become more popular. But anyways, so that is my prediction. I would have taken placed bets, but I do not endorse gambling. That's the only reason why I'm not making bets. But hey, let's see. We'll have a friendly wager, no money involved. If if the Pulsion launches on or before on 30th of April, mm, I'll think about it. What to wager against. That was mostly what I wanted to talk about. The other thing, what a weird coincidence. Like the last stream, I was talking about how I managed to like get or buy hex at an average price of around 2 cents by putting in liquidity at in the Uniswap pool, and we have been seeing a lot of action in the Uniswap pools recently. Yeah, there were like I think whether it was the Godwell or OA that put in like $2 million of liquidity around the 4.5 cent mark. I think it is 4.8 to 5.2 cents in the hex USD liquidity pool. So yeah, bringing the price down is going to be a bit difficult right now. Uh, um See, Marcus, I really don't like believe in online dating, but hey, for you, my friend, I will make an exception. So yeah, my DMs are open. If anybody wants to, I'm okay with it. What was I saying? Yeah, the other thing that happened was with the hexhedron liquidity pool. Uh, assumed to be provided by the hex OA, which is not exactly the OA, but what you call a daughter address, payment to another entity, and that had provided liquidity. But still, OA related address had a huge chunk of liquidity in the hexhedron pool, which was pulled out, which I am quite happy with because in a way Hadron was trying was pulling the hex liquidity down because people were selling hex for Hadron, but that was my kind of theory. Uh, but let's see now because Hadron liquidity has been reduced. I think like both of them would it is price positive because one, there is less hex as well as hedron to be able to be bought up on the open market, so it will be kind of useful, or it would be easier to pump the price of hedron now, and of course hopefully it will kind of decorrelate with the hex price and go higher, because if it does that it should be kind of going into a positive feedback loop where people are actually be able to borrow a decent amount against their hex stakes, uh, and that would kind of promote burning of the hedron and be a positive feedback loop. Mm, what else? Marcus says Super Bowl as and the price went to. Oh, a Super Bowl ad. Man, yeah, I would really like that to happen. But see, the whole FTX phenomenon has kind of left a bad taste in the mouth of all the people, and even advertisers are kind of reluctant for taking up cryptocurrency ads. So maybe in a couple of years when the dust has settled, we will see a Super Bowl ad in on Super Bowl hex ad. But or even better, we might see uh, Richard Hart doing twerking in the Super Bowl halftime show. That would be fun to watch, won't it? Uh, but hey, whatever things happen, man. Whatever happens for the good. So, but instead of the Super Bowl, I would really like somebody to sponsor Hex ads in the Indian Premier League, which is the cricket tournament, and it is one of the biggest, like in terms of viewership, it is the biggest uh, sports tournament watched. It's bigger than the Super Bowl as well as the NBA. I think it comes almost next to the soccer World Cup, but it may even have more viewership than that because hey, the there are 1 billion, more than a billion Indians, and everybody watches those it kind of religiously, man. Tintop says history shows us that short and Super Bowl advertising get a minor pump, then that's the pump. Yeah, uh, yeah. Mm, See, this advertisement is for brand awareness, not for like kind of onboarding people. Like, so how many like having a Super Bowl ad is when there is a product that people are going to buy anyways, and then they have to make a choice. Then they would rather buy the one which they are aware of due to Super Bowl advertisement. Simple example, if you have, let's say, two energy drinks, so a Red Bull and a Monster. By the way, this is what I'm drinking right now. Oops. So you have two sports drinks, Monster versus Red Bull. Then if Red Bull is advertising in the Super Bowl, people are likely to choose Red Bull over Monster because there was subliminal programming through advertisement. But it doesn't really prompt people to go and buy a Red Bull. This is, of course, my own theory, but things work in mysterious ways. Like getting brand awareness is a different issue. Getting people to buy is a different issue. For buying, like for especially for cryptocurrency, one is to one marketing, peer to peer marketing is the best thing. And I think the best approach currently, one of the best approaches through postcards. So please go and visit t.me/hex postcards. You can order them and write a kind of a personal message and send it to your the people you have kind of lost touch with, and show them especially those who you kind of told about Hex in the early days but didn't listen to you. Maybe show them the chart of where you told them to buy and what the price is right now, provided you told them to buy more than 2 years ago. Then most likely they will understand that, oh, they kind of missed an opportunity. And you can, that's how you kind of humble brag or flex on people. That's the what I kind of like to do. So nothing. What else do we have in the uh, crypto markets going on? Nothing really. Everything looks sideways. By the way, if you are not aware, like Chat GPT, or it's more accurately, its alter ego called Dan, which stands for Do Anything Now. So basically, there is a prompt for ChatGPT, so that ChatGPT talk replies as if it's a third person called Dan. Uh, by the way, they have already patched it, so it doesn't work now. But that way, you are able to bypass some of the kind of censorship that has been put in for ChatGPT. And Dan had predicted a kind of a Dan has predicted a crypto crash on the 15th of February. Mm, let's see how things go. I don't like, you cannot, there is a non-zero probability of that happening, mainly because people tend to spend money on the stuff on Valentine's Day. So people cash out of crypto. Uh, and currently, looking at all the incels in crypto, like, I think there will be a lot of crypto flowing from these crypto degens to the pockets of eagles or OnlyFan girls, which could lead to a crash in crypto. But guess after it goes into those, towards those OnlyFan girls would buy some crypto, hopefully, and that would cause things to pump. But hey, people buy perishable stuffs as well, like roses, chocolate, consumables. If crypto is used to buy that, most of the value is going to be lost. So it may take a bit of time to recover. But I really don't think there would be a crash, because see, this is what a reflexive system is supposed to do. So if everybody knows there is going to be a crash, everybody is ready for a crash with their dry powder. And because there are like buy orders waiting, there isn't a big crash. So we can only know when post facto whether Dan was right. Let's see. Other than that, we covered about Pulse chain staking, Pulse node development. Uh, we chatted about ChatGPT a little bit. Um, any other topics? We talked about the Super Bowl as well a little bit. Hmm. But are you guys aware about how Valentine's Day is celebrated in Japan? It was kind of funny, or I learned about it a couple of years ago. So on Valentine's Day, it is the girl who gives a gift to the guys, which is usually chocolates or a greeting, or usually chocolates, and the guys give gift to the girls on March 14th, which is celebrated as White Day. That is how things work. So if you want to be my Valentine, I expect some gifts from you. uh Teen Top, I'm starting to a fake RHS website only accepts capitalized on the hey. That's a very good idea. If you want to actually set up the website, you can contact me. I will set you up with some Indian developers who are good at e-commerce, and I'm not joking about it. So yeah, you can let me know. I will have it set up very soon. By the way, other than that, really, actually, the having a website is not really that helpful, because it's you can set up a website, but how are you going to get people to actually visit the website? That's a difficult part, kind of. So maybe advertising via, everybody hates it, but Facebook Marketplace, or just DMing through Telegram or WhatsApp. These things work more effectively than having your own website. Plus, if you are having a e-commerce websites, there are other hazards as well, like yeah, data protection, protection against hacks, etc., etc. Like the lot of things to be covered. The only yeah, how I guess everybody wants hex for Valentine's Day. Hex. Mhm. So let me see. The problem is every time I try to open another website alongside this, there is a kind of I get booted out of the stream. So hopefully that doesn't happen again. Uh, so that we can see some. Hopefully I'll be able to catch up on some of the crypto news. If you don't know already, like I follow Unfolded. Let's see. La, la, la. La, la, la. So there has been some significant news. I don't know how do I zoom in on this. Arcane annualized ruling 3-month basis. Post classification. Craig Wright loses Bitcoin copyright claim in UK court. I don't know what he was even trying to do. FTX has already kind of racked up 20 million in legal and consulting vehicles. Like, BTC option contract volumes. Let's go down to the latest news. So decline 2022 saw decline in the revenue from the previous year for darknet markets and fraud shops. It's supposed to be a good thing, right? Darknet markets. Coin issuer Paxos is being investigated for by New York regulator. Old. Wait a minute. This is last week's news. What is the? Okay. Backed exits consumer business to focus on B2B as regulators crack down. Yeah. Doesn't affect us directly. Now, backed is supposed to be kind of a it's supposed to be kind of it's not a hedge fund actually. They are the ones kind of running the back end of crypto exchanges, not crypto exchanges as such, but regular exchanges. So them focusing on B2B is a good thing. Like they shouldn't like let's see what else. Stablecoin history. Tether nears 50% of stablecoin market, highest in 14 months. Yeah, people are like, I know people hate Tether, prefer USDC instead, but you can't deny the fact that most of the trades in and around the especially in Asia are carried around with USDC, USDT. Sorry. Then restrictive crypto rules for EU banks. Mm, yeah, there are another legal draft. Like this is what journalism has boiled down to. Like they try to scare you with random things. A draft is a draft. There is no confirmation. Like I don't know. People still fall for these kind of things. What's this crypto? Digital asset investment products saw minor outflows totaling $7 million last week, following the week of macro data that significantly beat expectations to the upside. I don't know what it exactly means, and I don't want to know, but I guess people are cashing out of digital assets because mainly I guess retail investors have to pay their credit card bills, etc. So that is bound to happen. Then I think CZ tweeted something regarding Paxos because Paxos is being investigated, and BUSD, which is Binance USD, is issued by Paxos. Let's see how things go. Then Coinbase CEO happy to go to court over US stance on staking if needed. Yeah, we have to uh, highlight if needed, like as if he's going to be able to change things. Anyways, that's mostly what we have in cryptocurrency news. Do you guys have anything going? Do you have any other topics you want to discuss? Hmm, oops, I had some food pics of food that oops, I forgot to download them. I am not going to do that right now. Um, Other than that, what else have you? Uh, yep, nothing comes to mind right now. Mm, have you guys when like the go-to topic when you run out of topics is supposed to be weather, but which by the way right now in the Philippines it's like awesome. And, like, if you want to visit the Philippines, this is like December to February is the time to be here when thing like there is like cooler summer like is what we say. But anyways, yeah, uh, Kraken list hacks at yeah, I saw that too, but I do not like trust them like how long it will be kept at number 11. So it's a good thing, but I don't really want to be extra happy regarding it. Like they, we have seen this many websites. We saw Nomics do that. Then there was another coinranking.com. Then oh, like coin market cap also does this. So, they temporarily put hex on the page where it belongs, then only suddenly realize it later, and then they gatekeeping will slowly subside, I hope. Yeah, Crypto King, we are aware, having we are trying to get Richard Hart on this interview. Somehow I am not able to click on the link. I don't know what to do. I have to, but I will retweet and comment on it later. Let's see. Uh, the other thing I wanted to, hey, Crypto King, how like I am still trying to convince middle class working man to turn on the super chats on this channel, because I realized that if we have super chats, we can kind of ask other bigger YouTube streamers to come on our channel, and we can like at least tell them whatever super chats we get, you can keep them. That way maybe we can have more viewership on this channel. uh, because last time I realized I had used a couple of hashtags trying to like uh, it's called trend hopping, like when you put random trending hashtags in the description. But because I used the hashtag Chinese spy balloon, I got think our stream got demoted. We got like half the normal views that we get, but that's okay. We will. I'm trying to change everything. Uh, One last thing I wanted to talk about. Uh, Nothing. No, nothing comes to mind. Well, yeah, I am trying to get people more aware of. Yeah, yes, I kind of wanted to get people aware of this channel called the Common Sense Skeptic. It put out a kind of a short series of three mm, three videos regarding crypto. So sorry, and I guess there is this huge bias against crypto, like people, and they say like, and they have covered most of the topics. Like, I want to do a what do you call review video of it, but it would take like the that video is around 1 hour, and me like talking over it, it would mean the stream would last around 4 to 5 hours, which I really don't want to do, but I may have to do. Like, there are certain misconceptions that need to be cleared out. Like, hey, I don't approve of proof of work. Like, I know it's not good for the environment, but the thing is, it's kind of minuscule when you compare it with the banking industry as a whole. Like, for a, when you consider all the things that are involved in banking, like the whole building infrastructure, how much energy those buildings consume, the number of human hours wasted literally trying to count the money, uh, or just waiting in line to withdraw your own money, the energy spent on maintaining the ATMs, etc., transporting the gold back and forth. Like, yeah, when you compare it that with Bitcoin, yeah, Bitcoin is comparable. And yeah, even though like most of the energy is from recyclables, and eh, so it's not that polluting as it is made out to be. But people need to like realize that who are these people that are bad shit talking about crypto. These are bankers, or stockbrokers who make their money trading stocks, etc. So I don't think even Charlie Munger himself has, he calls Bitcoin rat poison squared, but he also says that when you are taking advice, you should be aware that you are not asking for advice, like asking to get a haircut from a for to a barber. So you are not asking whether you should get a haircut to a barber because there is conflict of interest. Same thing with taking opinions of about crypto from Charlie Munger. They run one of the biggest banks and one of the biggest fraud banks, Wells Fargo. If you, I don't know. Yeah, even I wasn't aware that Wells Fargo was involved in a big scam, and it wasn't even that. I don't remember the exact year, but they had created false accounts, and they were uh, all kind of shitty practices. So it's the what's the wording? Like, it's called, the stew is calling the pot black. I think that's what is used as a metaphor, but people need to be aware. Tin Top, thank you for sharing the list. I don't know what, I can't open the links right now. Nom nom, bullet points. Yeah, that would involve work. Like, setting creating a PPT kind of thing, which I abhor, like doing work. So hmm, yeah, yeah, hopefully, not hopefully, I know crypto kings crypto king's efforts are always fruitful. So I know for sure his attempt to get Richard an interview will work. Nom nom, changing your bank isn't like going to be that much different, but yeah, uh, like using a credit. I'm not talking about the I think credit union bank, but yeah, credit unions are more safer than the commercial banks because their customers are directly involved. And if you remember the 2008 crisis, yeah, most of the credit unions were much safer because they didn't have these huge loans given out to uh, these hedge funds. So yeah, I think shifting to a credit union from a bank has its perks, but the thing is, like, a bigger bank kind of has its own perks and rewards. So yeah, I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own research. Money laundering and stealing from their customers. They are not the only ones. Credit Suisse eh, liquidity, yeah, like money laundering and stealing cu- customer funds is like, that's their main bread and butter. Like, you really think they make money by borrowing at a lesser rate and giving or loaning out money at a larger rate? That difference is usually like around 5 or 6%. I don't think they are making big bucks on credit, like money laundering. Yeah, getting see, there is this, if if you did listen to Robert Kiyosaki's interviews, I think he also stated it on his interview in the E3 Syndicate. Hey, the way politics and his new channel E3 Syndicate. I find it funny. Like, their tagline is muscles, money, and everything regarding wealth, or muscles, money, and more. But so it should have been the M3 Syndicate, which would have made more sense. But I don't know why he took the E3 Syndicate. I don't know if he has some associates whose names start with E. The the Elohai, the Elohim, the I don't know, man. But yeah, see, if you listen to Robert Kiyosaki, debt is like the lifeblood of capitalism. So you need not get completely rid of your credit debt because, hey, as long as you are able to pay everything on time without any and you are paying less interest as opposed to like what you are able to invest the money that would have gone into repaying the debt. If you are able to invest it and get a higher percent of return, then that is recommendable instead of paying off your debt. But that said, I fully support your uh, decision to get rid of credit debt. For me, even I got rid of all my debt other than the moral debt to my parents and to society uh, uh, in like 2 years ago, right? A little prior to even Hex launch. The only debt I had was my car loan, so I paid it off earlier, and luckily before the interest rates started rising. So see, that's what I wanted to point out. Like, if so, I was paying an interest rate of around 9.5%, whereas my investment in the Indian stock market was paying me around 11% uh, earnings per year. So basically, I was making that 1.5%, 2.5%. Wait a minute, 11, 1.5%. So that's how you have to use. So that's the thing. Consult a good financial advisor, because everybody's situation is different, and you sometimes it's helpful to have a good financial advisor, just as a they give a kind of a they get a bird's eye view of what your financial situation is. Yeah, yeah, tin top, uh, metals versus stable coins. See, the thing is, I don't really like metal. Uh, so by hope by metals you mean precious metal. See, uh, yeah, like I wouldn't recommend having more than 2% of your portfolio in precious metals, mainly because the upside is very low, uh, and you still have the risk of your investment going down, which we have seen so far. If you saw I think Richard had pointing out the 40-year gold chart. Like, the again, it depends on how where you buy. If you so that's when kind of TA and those kind of things are helpful. Like, I was able to buy gold, small amount, very small amount, uh, I think 3 or 4 years ago, and that has been kind of profitable. I made a 2x, but hey, 2x in 4 years is nothing when you are investing in crypto. So don't like, yeah, try and find a balance between the see the hedge against the dollar. It's mm, at the end of the day, like, if the dollar goes down and the things you want to buy with it go down, or kind of even. It depends on what you want to buy. So do your own, like, everybody has their own risk profile, so invest accordingly. What else? Hexonair, nice to see you. The price of iron is high these days. um See, this thing, like, investing in precious metal, I think, who is that, Mike Maloney, the guy, goldandsilver.com guy. He has, like, pointed out his series on the hidden secret of money is very helpful, and he points out that precious metals are are investment, treated as investment because they were treated as money earlier. Iron, copper, even platinum, they are industrial metal. They are used, they have a high price because they are used in making stuff. So when there is a recession, their demand also falls. So they are not exactly hedges against inflation. But hey, if you are planning to build your own tank using iron, wrought iron, then you can uh, uh, invest in iron ingots, I guess. Then nom nom says regulation and method. Date free in 5 or 6 years. Yeah, man. No, 5 or 6 years is good. And plus, see, when you are paying off your debt at a proper rate, like, your credit score also increases. So you are able to, like, if need arises, like, yeah, you have access to capital, which is more important than having capital itself. You should have access to capital. um, then who needs a financial advisor, when we have YouTube? Mm, that's the thing, like, not everybody, even if YouTube is there, like, all those books on financial investment, etc., are still there in libraries. But you should be able to understand what is being said. And as far as YouTube goes, all influencers make money from YouTube videos than on actual advice and following their own advice. So usually that advice is not very good. Mm, just SpaceX stocks, yeah, hopefully, hopefully, like, we never know these meme stocks. uh, yeah, actually, nice to see you. What were you joking about? Mm. Oh, the iron thing. But hey, people do invest in like iron futures, etc., are also investments, commodities. So everything, you can make money on anything you want nowadays. That's the harsh reality. But the bad stuff regarding capitalism. Gold, see, gold plated desert eagles and AK-47s. Uh, I like, if you are having them as investment, then keeping them in mint condition would be helpful. And whereas having a using them as a defense mechanism in recession uh, is counterintuitive to that. So I don't really uh, what is yeah, the hard part is, but on the other hand, like, this is my personal experience, when you are kind of hardwired into saving money, like, it's difficult to change your habits, like what I see currently now. Like, even though I can afford a lot of things, like, I feel that crunch inside my chest, like when I'm trying to spend money, and I, like, it feels like you are overpaying for stuff. So uh, yeah, but being debt free is, I do recommend, it's one of the first step towards financial freedom. And I hope you have heard about Dave Ramsey and his snowball method, like pay off the smallest debts first, and paying off that small debt kind of gives you a small win, and it gets you motivated for the bigger goals as well. And yeah, yeah, yep. No, no serious talks here, and I hope by now those who are following me are aware that I'm never too serious. Which, in hindsight, I kind of regret. Like, people really don't take my advice seriously. But hey, up to you guys. Yep, Dave Ramsey's method. Uh, See, it works. Like, and I know there are other YouTubers who are against his method, but see, at so to follow other things, like in other getting involved in riskier investments is not for everyone. Like, it, so once you are debt free and know how to manage money, then you can try other more riskier and advanced strategies, is what I say. Other than that, I wanted to check how the hex price is doing since my I started live stream, because last time, like, we started off of I started streaming, but we are, let's see how are the things going. Oops, there is a slight dump. Let's go to wait a minute, I'm not sharing it. So let's look at the 10-minute chart like a degen. Mm-hmm. You guys see this? This is the 1 hour chart. I think the 10-minute chart is uploading, or is it the 10-minute chart? Wait, let me. Oops. Oops. Oop. So people are not liking the topic of this stream, I guess. So don't I don't blame them, but hey. And no, what's this? I paid off 7K debt. Put that payment into my next wallet. Debt. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So hopefully these things will work out. Uh, just be everything. Hopefully will work out. Hopefully your hex investments will cover up everything, and you will be able to do more with your money than you ever can. So I think the live stream has reached its peak. So I would like to end the live stream now. Before that, I would like to thank everyone for joining me, and very happy Valentine's Day. Yeah, set some limit orders. Preferably, like I said, I like putting in single-sided liquidity on Uniswap. You are free to do what you want. And last plugin here is the Hex Guild. Now I have started a Telegram channel called Hex Guild, so that we don't have to the previous Telegram group name was Hex Foodies, so I changed it to Hex Guild. Um, so that is how you guys can communicate with me, especially. Yeah, hit the like, share, subscribe. It's kind of redundant to say that. Some people even don't even like it, but anyways, thanks for your support. I hope to see you next week, same time, same channel. And with that, I'm going to turn on our, wait a minute, where did it go? Our, yes, our outro. Bye, and take that hex. And my signature sign out is don't grind, organize.
आय बदन से पहले माता चूड़ी माला दिए मोबाइल बॉडी भांगा दिए बदाम मोबाइल बॉडी दुलो पासी से कदम तत समान समान पूरा बादाम परन आय बदन से पहले माता चूड़ी माला दिए मोबाइल बॉडी भांगा दिए बदाम मोबाइल बॉडी दुलो पासी से कदम तत समान समान पूरा बादाम परन बादाम बादाम तत कच्चा बादाम आमागा चिन्ह को बुबु बादाम 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 तत कच्चा बादाम आमागा चिन्ह को बुबु बादाम 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 da da badam 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 da da badam 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 da da badam 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 amaga ke da badam amaga ke badam badam badam